We've got the Hyundai Tucson PHEV, the plug-in.
Just want to thank my mom and her husband Phil for lending us their new Tucson PHEV. Let's get in and take it for a ride.
Are you gonna gun it, hon? This is your mom's car.
No, I'm not gonna gun it, Mom. I'm gonna be very careful. But look, I'm in EV mode. It's quick, it's quiet, it's smooth.
What are we dealing with, Andrea? What is under the hood of this Tucson PHEV?
A 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with an electric motor, a 6-speed automatic transmission, 261 combined horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It gets 53 kilometers, 33 miles of EV range, standard all-wheel drive, and you can put regular fuel in this PHEV.
So Andrea, this is a brand new product, but the starting price is excellent. What do you get with this? What are the key standard features?
Here are the base trim features in Canada: an 8-inch touchscreen, a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster, wireless Apple Carplay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, heated and ventilated front seats, a heated steering wheel, power driver's seat, a leather interior, panoramic sunroof, heated rear seats, and a hands-free smart liftgate.
Push-button transmission. There's also a mode selector. What are we gonna put it in?
You gotta put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you hit that subscribe and the bell, but also follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to find out what's going on behind the scenes. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below. This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit canadadrives.ca to learn more. You might notice we're not on our usual turf. If you're looking at the video, we're out in Delta near where your mom lives.
Yeah.
And Andrea, we're driving on a quite bumpy road, the Ladner Trunk Road, and how are you feeling it?
I feel really good. It still feels smooth and quiet. It just handles those bumps or the little bit of potholes that we're dealing with ease. I think that this PHEV in EV mode feels like a typical electric vehicle, something you would expect.
And I think that's the whole idea behind this, is they want to have you kind of cocooned from the outside world,
yeah,
and focusing on the beautiful interior, and I think mission accomplished.
Yeah, it offers a very comfortable drive for sure. And when I accelerate quickly, I don't feel that this is sluggish at all. Some people are wondering this versus the hybrid and the larger battery. It's fantastic.
Now, even though we've got it in EV mode, if you really punch it,
yeah,
the gasoline engine will come on, because you're telling the car, I want the most of everything.
Yeah.
So it'll give you the gas and the electric together. Now, the RAV4 Prime does it slightly differently, and we're going to get into that. It's actually our hot topic. How do they compare? Make sure you stick around for that.
I think Hyundai did a great job with the styling of this Tucson. It's very unique. It has a big, bold grille with a gray color to it. And I love the angular lines on the side. And then the back has a bit of a Mustang vibe to it with the taillights. And that rear window wiper is hidden to give it a clean and modern look.
Some people really don't like the fact that the taillights are not the turn signals. They're in the lower valance. And it's interesting because they had the opportunity to kind of do what Ford did with the Mustang Mach-E, to have them sequenced, but that's the way they decided to do it. I think this color combination with the white and the black really looks smart on this car.
We had the hybrid in a gray, and you didn't see that contrast as much as you see it against this white. I think it's a great color combination.
And we should mention, this is the top trim in the Canadian market, the one we're driving here. That's the only way Andrea's mom rolls. And Phil, of course.
Oh, Phil. Phil, we love you, Phil.
All right, let's talk about the inside, because this is the real showstopper. As we mentioned just a second ago, it is the top trim, so we get bigger screens, right?
There is just so much value in this Tucson. We went over all the key standard features. This thing comes loaded. So you got to ask yourself, is this top ultimate trim for an extra $2,700 Canadian worth it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you get the larger touch screen, which I think is a showstopper in here, and you get driver's seat memory. If that's something that you need if you're sharing it, it's definitely a must for my mom and Phil. And also the power passenger seat. I think that's a nice option, and for only a little bit more, why not?
Andrea, I'm over here and I have height adjustment on the passenger seat.
Oh yeah, you do, Zach.
Look, I'm going up to the 10th floor. This is housewares. I'm going to come back down again. The RAV4 Prime, even on their top, way more expensive model than this, does not have a height adjustable passenger seat. That's a nice thing. And I think that Hyundai has come up with the price of this thing is absolutely perfect. And there's a reason why they're already sold out of these things, because you said, is it $2,700?
Yeah, only $2,700 more.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. In the US, it's a little bit different. You have two packages as well. But what I like, what the marketing team in the US has done, is they have given you a stripped down base model for under $35,000 US. I know, right? So you get cloth seats and you get the 8-inch touchscreen and heated front seats, but you don't get a heated steering wheel and all those extras that you get on the top trim. But that's $7,800 US compared to the US top trim. We talk about that often. We want people to get into electrified vehicles at an affordable price point, and Hyundai in the US, you did it with that base model.
I think this one's very well priced even in the Canadian marketplace. So well done. I think, you know, in the plug-in hybrid world right now, this one really is the one to beat.
And even at the center console, this is very well organized. You have your heated and ventilated seats and your heated steering wheel here. And at the bottom, although it's not a floating center console with storage underneath, you've got side pockets, so extra storage. And I also find that the seats are quite comfortable in here. We were in the Sorento PHEV, very firm seats. That's not the case in this Tucson.
Okay, push button shifter, Andrea. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I prefer a traditional shifter, but I gotta say, my mom is loving it.
All right, now the back seat. This is a big vehicle. There's a lot of check marks in favor of this product. I tell you what, it's one of the biggest in this category. The back seat is very roomy. You can see me getting in there. There's lots of room. How does it compare to the competition?
Front row legroom. This is big, but it's the Forester and the Rogue that offers more space. This offers best-in-class second row space. It is big.
We even brought carry-on and a cooler out here to Delta. How did it do, Andrea?
It did great. No problem for carry-on and a cooler. The cargo space behind the second row is excellent, falling just behind the CR-V, but it offers one of the most in overall cargo capacity.
Unfortunately, this vehicle is not offered with a full-size spare tire. You get a tire repair kit underneath the floor, and that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, the RAV4 Prime comes with a spare tire.
All right, we got some good questions about this one. Let's get into it.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
Can't wait for this review. Thank you. Can you talk about resale values compared to RAV4 PHEV? For the better starting cost, does it even out? Also, any ideas on availability in BC in terms of wait time? So let's start on availability. There is a wait time now on this PHEV. I'm not sure about the hybrid. I don't think it's as long as this, but this is over a year now.
So I have read that they are not taking any more reservations for this was in January. So the first month of 2022, they said the allotment that's coming into our country, Canada, is already sold out.
Yeah,
so
done.
So the best advice is, if you like this product, or you like, say, a RAV4, or maybe the new Mitsubishi Outlander PHEVs that's coming this summer, is go to the dealer and put your name on the list, and whichever one comes first, buy it. Andrea has the numbers here for resale.
Yeah, CarEdge states that the Tucson will retain 55% of its value over 5 years, and the RAV4 60% of its value. Not a huge difference, but obviously the perception for Toyota products, because they've earned some pretty great resale value scores, I think people are going to probably favor Toyota.
Yeah, if you ask 10 people on the road, which one do you think will be better after 5 years, the Toyota hybrid or the Hyundai hybrid? I guarantee you most people would say Toyota, and you pay for that.
Does the 10.25-inch touchscreen have wireless Apple CarPlay? Previously, only the smaller touchscreen had this. Thanks for your always great reviews. Thank you.
The quick answer is
no.
No.
This, unfortunately, the bigger screen does not come with wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. It's the 8-inch touchscreen that you get on the base trim that comes with wireless.
And the reason is, when you get the bigger screen, you get onboard navigation. Hyundai is in a dispute with Apple and Android to have their system as the default when you go into the maps. So say you hit maps, they want it to be Android, Apple wants it to be them, Hyundai wants it to be theirs. So they're at loggerheads. Hopefully they'll figure that out.
We put out a lot of content each week on the Motormouth YouTube channel, and it's super easy to find.
All you do is you go to the YouTube search bar and you type in the name of the channel, Motormouth, and then the brand you're looking for. In this case, it's Hyundai, and all of our reviews and our comparisons will pop up. It's that easy.
Hi, Andrea. You didn't mention the size of the battery in your Instagram post, but I assume it is under 15 kilowatt hour as the rebate is only $2,500. I'm sure it's pretty close, but we'll wait till they make it a bit larger to get the extra rebate. The RAV4 has the bigger battery and qualifies for the full rebate, correct? You are correct about the RAV4. It has an 18.1 kilowatt hour battery to qualify for the full $5,000 federal EV rebate in Canada. You need to have a battery that is 15 kilowatt hour or above, and unfortunately this Tucson falls short at 13.8 kilowatt hour.
Car companies don't build cars for individual markets when it comes to rebates. They're just putting in the size they think is best for the vehicle. The one that's going to be the one to beat is the Mitsubishi Outlander that has a 20 kilowatt hour battery. That's coming later this year. And now it's time for our hot topic. What's this one, Andrea?
The Tucson is definitely affordable for sure. EV range is pretty good. How would this compare to the RAV4 Prime?
Well, this has a couple of main advantages. First of all, it is cheaper and it also has more standard features than the Toyota.
I mean, unbelievable what this base model comes with, including heated rear seats, a panoramic sunroof. Are you kidding me?
And also ventilated front seats.
Yes, like it's an amazing price point. The RAV4 Prime starts at just under $45,000 in Canada and just under $40,000 in the US. And it comes with an 8-inch touchscreen, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, power driver seats, a cloth upholstery, heated steering wheel, and 18-inch wheels. This one comes standard with 19-inch wheels on the Tucson. It's when you move up to that top trim, the XSE, that's where you're coming in at $51,500 in Canada and just over $43,000 in the US. And you get features like a 9-inch touchscreen, the moonroof, wireless charger, power rear door, heated rear seats. You get those extra features, but now you're over $51,000 in Canada. And then there's packages that you can add to that trim in the US. And then you're topping out in Canada at under $57,000. At that point, why don't I just buy a Hyundai Ioniq 5 pure EV?
Well, that's almost $10,000 more than this fully loaded model in this. So is that Toyota Premium worth it? Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to do the calculation in your mind. I don't really think so.
No.
One thing in favor of the RAV4 Prime, it does have more power, right?
Yeah.
So it's got more range, it's got more power, but not a huge amount.
I'm going to be curious, what is Toyota going to price their EVs at? Their pure electric vehicle, because there is no way that they're going to be able to keep that Prime at that price in Canada on that top trim fully loaded. It's just way too expensive.
Now, we talked about some of the competition. How much are they?
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the Toyota RAV4 Prime. It has a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine and an electric motor, a combined 302 horsepower, and the leader in EV range, 68 kilometers, 42 miles. It has a starting price of $44,500.
Next up, the stablemate to this, the Hyundai Santa Fe PHEV, with the same 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder and the electric system combined to make 261 horsepower, and you get 50 kilometers or 30 miles of EV range. It has a starting price of just under $45,000.
The Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV has a 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine plus two electric motors, a combined 221 horsepower, and 39 kilometers, 24 miles of EV range. It has a starting price of just over $44,000. There is a new Outlander to watch out for. This PHEV is coming this year with more range. The unofficial range is up to 87 kilometers.
Here's our used car alternative from CanadaDrives.ca. We chose a 2020 Ford Escape Titanium Hybrid with 8,600 kilometers on the clock for $41,490. Click on the tab or the link in the description below to find more vehicles in this category from CanadaDrives.ca.
So there are 4 electrified vehicles for you to consider.
So how quickly does this charge, the warranty, towing, all of that, and our vital stats?
Let's start with pricing. The base model in Canada is just under $43,500, and the base trim in the US is just under $35,000. The top trim in Canada is just over $46,000, and the top trim in the US is just under $43,000. The Tucson plug-in hybrid has a 7.2 kilowatt onboard charger, and with a 120 volt level 1 outlet, your charging time is 10.6 hours. With a 240 volt level 2 outlet, it's 1.7 hours. JD Power gives the 2022 Tucson an incredible quality and reliability score of 88 out of 100. CarEdge states the Tucson will retain 55% of its value after 5 years.
Here's the fuel economy. This PHEV earns a combined highway and city rating of 2.9 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers. That's 80 miles per gallon equivalent. When the battery's depleted, you get 6.8 liters per 100 kilometers in the city and 6.6 on the highway. That works out to 34 miles per gallon city and 36 miles per gallon highway. The towing capacity is 2,000 pounds, and the warranty is 5 years, 100,000 kilometers, or 60,000 miles. Lightning round, two things we like to see improved.
Well, I love how this drives and handles, so smooth and quiet.
And I love Monica and Phil for lending it to us for the day. Way to suck up, right?
Yeah, to the mother-in-law and father-in-law. Way to go, Zach. What I don't love is just that it doesn't come with wireless Apple Carplay and Android Auto on that top trim with the larger screen.
I don't love the push-button transmission. I could get past that.
Hyundai just keeps the hits coming with this PHEV.
The problem is, can you get one?
This video is brought to you by Canada Drives. Shop online for your next used vehicle and enjoy the convenience of to-your-door delivery and the confidence of a 7-day love it or return it guarantee. Visit CanadaDrives.ca to learn more.